Today, we're going to be talking about movie news,
Sonic the Hedgehog,
a movie fact,
and also what is still thriving in this movie industry.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Inglorious Hasterts. Brian, you got some news for us.
I do.
What's this news?
The news is, well, let's start out with the first, and what I think is probably the weirdest one, is Seth Rogen's movie American Pickle.
Never heard of it.
It's coming to HBO Max, I think August 6th.
So it's going to be on HBO.
Yes.
You don't have to say HBO Max.
It specifically said HBO Max.
I know, but it'd be on all platforms.
And, you know, the premise is very interesting. It's about an immigrant falls into and this takes place 100 years ago, falls into a vat of pickle juice.
Okay.
And somehow survives.
Preserves him?
Yes.
All the preservatives in it?
And I assume he comes back 100 years later and is like, what's going on in the world?
Okay, so like Blast from the Past?
Yeah. Except for, instead of a nuclear shelter, it's a pickle.
Okay,
pickle
so
vat.
Back to the Future mixed with Captain America. I like it.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
But it's been a while since we heard from Seth Rogen, so, you know, it could be good. It could be good. And you don't have to go to theaters to see it. It's free if you have HBO Max. So
Yeah,
it should be
it's
interesting.
been a while since we've had like an Apatow film.
I don't know if it's an Apatow film. But
I'm just
I know
saying,
what you're
like that crew. That
well, he
group
just
of
did
guys.
one with Pete Davidson. I think it's called like King of Brooklyn or something
I
like
saw that.
I don't know if it's, I mean, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, okay.
All right, anyways, next in movie news, thinking about getting rid of Disney Plus?
Maybe.
I was too. But guess what? Hamilton, the live-action movie that was coming to theaters next year, is actually coming to Disney Plus on July 3rd. What a way to celebrate America.
The live-action movie? So they actually filmed a movie?
Yeah, like
out of
there's
the musical?
a movie form of it. And it's just crazy that it was supposed to be released next year and it got pushed.
It's not like them filming the musical, is it?
Yes, it's like a real movie, like Sweeney Todd. Like
No, I know.
Sweeney Todd
No, I
was
know, but it
Broadway
wasn't
and
like they brought in like a cinematic crew and like filmed a live performance of Hamilton.
Correct. Well, like I said again, what they did with Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp and Tim Burton, what they did.
Okay,
with
but
Sweeney
they
Todd.
didn't. They didn't actually film a live performance of them on stage.
Again, no, it's a real movie like they did with Sweeney Todd, where it's like a real movie based on the musical
Okay,
that was on Broadway.
Nailed it.
And then, lastly, this is not really movie news, but more TV. This is Rick and Morty's. So what happened with Rick and Morty is they had a new season that premiered last fall, and they took a break halfway through. So there was like 5 episodes before the break, and then there was like a 6-month break, and now there's more episodes out. So the 2 new episodes just came out, and they're decent. I think they're pretty good, but, you know, the fan base can be toxic at times. You know, all fan bases can be.
Yeah.
But anyways, there was a joke in there about 9/11 and Pearl Harbor, which if you've seen the show, it's very in line with the humor that's been portrayed in previous seasons. But people are, I guess, like signing petitions and stuff for like fans are quitting watching the show because of it.
Rick and Morty?
Yeah, and it wasn't that. And it was a tasteless joke, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't aimed at any of the, you know, the victims of 9/11 or anything. You gotta watch the episode to see it.
Well, shit. I mean, watch South Park. They've
Exactly.
offended
It's
way more
satirical.
people. And they're still doing it.
Yeah. So, anyways, I thought that was interesting. But yeah,
some people
love
are
Rick
too
and Morty.
sensitive. Some people in this world are just.
It would be different if the fan base didn't know what they were expecting, but you got to expect that from Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon, which is their humor. So, anyways, that's all I got for movie news. Eric, what do you got?
I don't really have any movie news, but it is a glimpse of hope in this downtime. Did you know there's something in the movie industry that's still thriving?
What's that?
Drive-in movie theaters.
Didn't even know they still existed, but I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah, the ones that are left, they're actually doing really well. And I think it could be a good alternative while we're in this pandemic.
Not only an alternative, but, you know, they could make a comeback.
Yeah.
Maybe some will start opening up. In the
Somehow,
areas.
maybe even, I don't know, upgrade the technology surrounding the screen where you can get better audio. And
I mean, is it worth it to spend $1,000 on a sound system in your car just to hear Interstellar?
No, it's necessary.
You get that bass boost and you'd feel like you're in that spaceship.
What if they had drive-in movie theaters, but you still park your car and then you walk to your own personal space
That would be
outside. but it's like in a tent, maybe.
That'd be pretty cool. All
No.
right, guys. All right, guys and girls. Let's get into the movie of the hour. It is Sonic.
Yikes.
I'm Sonic, a little ball of super energy in an extremely handsome package. On my planet, people were always after my powers, so I came to yours. It gets a little lonely, but that's okay. I am living my best life on Earth. Ow!
Sonic the Hedgehog, an animated film based on the video game that came out in the early 90s. This is a movie about a lost Sonic the Hedgehog who finds himself on Earth, played by Ben Schwartz, runs into James Marsden, who then helps Sonic try to escape the grasps of the Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey. This wild tale takes us on an adventure where Sonic may find himself a friend and find himself as himself. Here, let's get into it now with my brother Brian. Let's talk about it.
Eric forgot to mention that James Marsden is also a cop in this movie.
Okay, yeah, he's a police officer in the small town of Green Hills, Montana.
Is it Montana?
Yeah,
They didn't really specify
I'm pretty
that.
sure they're from Montana.
Anyways, I thought it was a great movie for what it was. I thought Ben Schwartz did a great job at Sonic. And I thought it was a pretty quick, little, fun movie.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm not going to lie, a little disappointed overall, just because I felt like there could have been more action. I felt like it was more of a buddy story, like a friend story, than an action Sonic video game story. Although I did think there were perfect moments in the film where it resembled the video game like spot on.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people appreciate that if they were fans of the game and played it back in the day.
Well, it's something else, and I don't know, a lot of people might know this, might not, but the original render, and I'll put this up right now, original render or design for Sonic was actually really weird looking. It looked like the kid from Jumanji when he became a monkey.
Yeah.
And so luckily they listened to fans and re-rendered the whole thing, and he actually looks really good in this movie. Like,
yeah, they kind of made it look a little weird originally, but if enough fans complain about it, they're gonna fix it, and they did,
which was great.
Yeah, it saved the movie.
I thought the writing was really well done. I thought the jokes actually landed. The jokes weren't too cheesy for a kids movie. I didn't really understand the tone. I'm not sure if they were going for the adult focused group, which they should have, because that's nostalgia for them.
Yeah,
and us.
Actually played the game.
Yeah, but I think they also wanted to cater so that kids can watch it too, which I understand. But I thought the jokes were really well. I thought Ben Schwartz did a great job at Sonic. The only thing I agree with you about is the story was weak. I thought they were going the direction of, this might be a minor spoiler, but that maybe they couldn't have kids, and Sonic was kind of like that kid that they never could have, kind of fitting into their life. But because I didn't understand, how old is Sonic? Did they ever say, was he a kid or is he old?
He was, so I won't get into it. Basically, he was a kid when he went to Earth, or was got to Earth.
But then it
said
how long?
10 years later.
Oh, okay. So he's probably like teenager.
So he's probably like 16, 17.
Okay.
That's my guess. Maybe younger, 15.
Okay, and so that would have been more in line with what I thought they should have went.
It was a good starter movie, so maybe they'll make a sequel, and it'll have all the same characters, and then I think they can get more into the action and like the actual plot line or storyline between him and the Robotnik guy.
Yeah, and that's another thing is Jim Carrey did a great job. He had me laughing a lot.
I thought
was
he did
really
good
at being an asshole.
He could have been in it more, to be honest, but
yeah, he could have. But his sidekick character was really funny too. I won't tell the specific parts, but there's a really funny part with the music part.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Weirdo.
But anyways, this was a quick movie. It's just a quick rating. I would probably give it, for what it was, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Entertaining.
I don't think I'd go that high. I think.
Well, you can't compare it against Goodfellas. It's a kid's entertaining movie.
I know. I think if they do a sequel, the
scale,
sequel could actually be better than the first one, is how I would put it. Like, this is like a backstory to Sonic, so it wasn't, I don't know what I was thinking. I would probably say like a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And an animated movie.
And there was a couple little Easter eggs in there too, which I think, so Ben Schwartz played John Ralphio from Parks and Rec. I think there was a reference in there. And there's also a reference to Jim Carrey's CSI impression on the late show. Did you ever see that?
I did. I did to you, putty tat.
Yeah, overall pretty entertaining. Good. I'd check it out.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Sonic, or even if you're not a fan of Sonic, it really wasn't that bad of a watch, and I recommend it. I give it a silver.
I think we're done with that scale. It's just 2 out
Okay,
of 10.
fine. We're done with this. My favorite scale in the world. You can follow us here,
Trevor, did you get that in the right place?
hopefully.
Okay.
Well, thanks for stopping by for another episode of Inglorious Hastards.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, Wednesday afternoons and Sunday mornings, there will be new episodes.
Sunday morning, baby.
And like we always say, have a great day out there.
We've literally never said that. Bye.